Hello everyone. Today we will study about what are the IoT standards and how they are implemented and what are the challenges occur during implementation of different IoT devices. IoT standardization. What are the standards and standardization? What are the hurdles that are facing during standardization of IoT devices? Are divided basically into four categories, which are platform, connectivity, business model, and killer applications. We will study about them one by one. First one is platform. This part includes the form and design of the products, that is, what is the UI UX of the what is the form of the UI UX, what is the analytics tools used to deal with the massive data streaming from all products in a secure way, and scalability, which means wide adoption of protocols like IPv6 in all vertical markets that is needed. It is basically the form and design of products, and what are the analytic tools, how to deal with the massive data streaming in all IoT products. It is all dealt here. Second, standardization should be on the connectivity basis. In this phase, it includes all the computers, day and night routine, from using variables, smart cars, smart homes, and in the big scheme smart cities. From the business perspective, we have connectivity using IIoT, Industrial Internet of Things, where M2M communication dominating the field. In this connectivity issue, it includes the various devices of the users are using all around, how they are connected with use of IIoT, Industrial Internet of Things. Now the next one is the business model that is used. In this, the bottom line is a big motivation for investing in and operating any business. Without a sound or solid business models for IoT, we will have another bubble. And the model we are using in our business, we should be satisfied all the requirements for all kinds of e-commerce, vertical markets, horizontal markets, and consumer markets. But this category is always a victim of the regulatory and legal scrutiny. So it should be removed, and there should be a common business model, or the business model which can satisfy all the requirements of every kind of business. It should be implemented. In terms of standards and standardization of IoT, the last one is use of killer application. In this category, there are three functions needed to have any killer application. First one is to control things, how the things are happening, what is their flow. Second one is to collect data, how the data is collected, what is the pre-processing filtration of data, and how we are analyzing the data to increase our productivity or increase our flow of the process. So this is the how the killer application is built, by following these three features. IoT needs killer applications to drive the business model using a unified platform. So there should be a unified platform to provide the killer applications to drive any business. The second part is of how the implementation of IoT devices take place. So, the implementing any IoT device is not an easy process, first of all, by any measure, for many reasons, because of the complex nature of different components of the ecosystem of IoT, because various issues are there, various components are involved. First, we have to select the hardware, the connecting protocols, communication protocols, and then the the application we have to build, the GUI that the user has to interact with. So it contains a lot of complex nature of the different components of the ecosystem of IoT. Is not an easy process to implement an IoT device. To understand the gravity of the process in detail, we will further explore all the five components of IoT implementation. First one is sensors or actuators. procedure to detect the and sense the various parameters related to our demands. Second one is networks. What are the network topology or how our devices are connected in a network. Third one is standards. What are the standards that we are going to follow? What are the rules, guidelines? Fourth one is intelligent analysis. Intelligent analysis of data that is sharing on real-time basis. It should be done so that we can increase our or automate our process to its most refined level. Intelligent actions. Next one is intelligent action. In this process, all the analysis after the analysis, the actions needs to be taken after. It's like a like action taken when any event take place. So we have to critically analyze the data and further take the action according to it. The first component in IoT implementation are sensors. There are two types of sensors. First one is active sensors, which are actually participating in sharing data among the devices, among the various sensors, nodes, central node, etc. And passive sensors, which are not sensing, which are sensing on a particular when a particular event takes place. They are not sensing the data on a regular basis or interval. So this is the main difference between active and passive sensors. The driving forces for using sensors in IoT today are new trends in technology that made sensors cheaper, smarter, and smaller. Nowadays, sensors are very cheap. They are very smart, calculate and sense any detect and any parameter, and they are very small in size. We can put anywhere almost. The challenges facing IoT sensors are many, and which are power consumption. What are their power consumption? What are the security features or not? Because they are sharing and they are storing the data of great importance. And what is the interoperability? They are platform independent or not. These are all challenges faced by the IoT sensors nowadays. Second one is networks. The second component for IoT implementation is to transmit the signals collected by the sensors over networks with all different components of a typical network, including routers, bridges, and different topologies. So the second component for IoT implementation is how we have to transport, how we have to transmit, how we have to transfer the data that is to be collected by sensors over the network, having different components by using various topologies, bridges, routers, and various communication protocols. So the network is of great importance, which also deal with the security and privacy issue of data. Connecting the different parts of networks to the sensors can be done by different technologies. Many technologies are used for implementing it. They can be Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, low power Wi-Fi, WiMAX, regular Ethernet, long-term evolution LTE that was previously used in our mobiles also. The recent information technology is Li-Fi, using light as a medium of communication between different parts of a typical network, including sensors. So these are basically all the technologies through which the sensors can, different parts of networks for the connection of the different parts of network to the sensors can be done. Third stage in whole IoT implementation process includes the sum of all activities of handling, processing, and storing the data collected from the sensors. So the standards are nothing but the proper guidelines, rules, specifications which need to be followed by dealing with all the activities of handling, processing of data, storing of data, which is to be collected from sensors on a day-to-day basis. So the aggregation increases the value of data by increasing the scale, scope, and frequency of the data available for analysis. But aggregation only achieved through the use of various standards depending on the IoT application used. In terms of standards, there are only two types of standards element for the aggregation process. First one is technology standards, including network protocols, communication protocols, and data aggregation standards. These are all technology standards in which the network protocols, how we have to transfer the data, what are the protocols we followed, and what are the protocols while communicating and exchanging data, and what are the standards, how we have to collect this and store the data. These are called technology standards. Second type of standards are regulatory standards, which are related to the security, privacy of data, ownership of data, and these are all related to legal issues. Now, the fourth stage, intelligent analysis in IoT implementation, is extracting insights from data which we have collected for analysis. You can further to increase our productivity or use that data in some other direction to get more user-friendly product or making more smoother or easier product can be used. So IoT analysis is driven by cognitive technologies and the accompanying models that facilitate the use of cognitive technologies. Intelligent analysis is nothing but the data visualization or data processing which needs to be done for further improvement of the product. The factors that drives adoption intelligent analytics within the IoT are artificial intelligence models, which are used to automate the any process or artificially detect the different models, growth in crowdsourcing and open source analytics software like used to analyze the data on a real-time data processing analysis of data take place. And further to it's all the basic, it's all needed to further refine our product so that we can get insights from our data and use further for the betterment of the product and society as a whole. The is the last stage for IoT implementation is intelligent actions. Our intelligent actions. Intelligent action can be expressed as M2M or M2H, machine to machine or machine to human interfaces. For example, with all the advancement in UI and UX technologies, the actions take place when a certain event or specific event occurs. So it is to improve the uh, intelligent analysis so that we can further improve our action or flow of the process. Thank you everyone.